Hello and welcome to Value Chain TV News Update. I am Kabir Lawal with the news. It was a charged atmosphere around the Supreme Court today in Abuja as people from within and outside the city took their spaces along all routes leading to the well-secured Apex Court in anticipation of a final ruling on the governorship elections of 8 states, including Kano, Lagos, Plateau, Bauchi, Zamfara and Ebonyi states. Value Chain TV gathered that the highlight of the verdict on Kano State was the ruling that the tribunal was wrong to have invalidated 165,663 votes from the votes polled by Yusuf. The Apex Court held that the ballot papers cannot be invalidated because they came from the booklet of ballot papers which carried official logos and map of Nigeria. On a similar note, Caleb Mufwang of Plateau State, Lawal Dauda of Zamfara State, Bala Mohammed of Bauchi State, Francis Onwifuru of Ebonyi State, and Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State have all been affirmed governors of their respective states by the country's Apex Court after months of controversies on the 2023 gubernatorial elections. Analysts at Afrinvest Securities have said that the expectation of the federal government that 43.9% of 8.0 trillion naira of the projected revenue in the 2024 budget will come from the oil and gas sector is unrealistic given the cuts in Nigeria's oil quota by the Organizations of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC. Ese Ufoma completes the report.
The investment analysts in their 2023 economic review noted that the aggregate revenue projection is overly optimistic, given the weak macroeconomic and the continued inefficiencies in many of the federal government's revenue-generating agencies. They also estimated that the fiscal deficit would exceed 13 trillion naira in the new year, as against the 9.2 trillion naira budgeted. Meanwhile, Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Atiku Bagudu, has said that the decision to base the 2024 budget on foreign exchange benchmark of 800 naira to a dollar was a strategic and conscious decision by the federal government. In an interview with journalists in Abuja, Mr. Bagudu said budgets could not be based on a spot rate in order to avoid eventualities in the world market due to global dynamics. He said before arriving at the projected exchange rate of 750 naira to the dollar in the 2024 budget, the government considered and reviewed critically the average performance of the naira, which caused the National Assembly to eventually raise the foreign exchange benchmark to 800 naira to the dollar. For Value Chain TV, Ese Ufoma reporting.
The Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, NUPRC, has indicated its readiness for collaboration with the Nigerian police force in its efforts towards curbing oil theft. The Commission's Chief Executive Engineer Gbenga Komolafe made the declaration during a visit to the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetoku, in his office at the force headquarters, Abuja. Komolafe emphasized the urgent need for a united front against the escalating challenges posed by oil theft, while emphasizing the harmful effect of illicit oil activities on the country's economy. Nigeria and 6 other regions across the globe are set to spend about $720 billion on new gas line projects. This was revealed through a report quoting statistics from Global Energy Monitor, GEM. Chad Moses completes the report.
According to the reports availed by Reuters, each of the 6 regions have a share of 10% or more of the global expenditure total on gas pipelines already in construction. The regions are North America, East Asia, South Asia, Sub-Saharan Africa, Eastern Europe, and Latin America. In Nigeria, the Ajaokuta-Kaduna-Kano AKK gas pipeline is the star project, aimed at boosting economic activities and returning moribund companies back to life. Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Gas, Mr. Ekperikpe Ekpo, recently assured that the AKK gas pipeline project would be delivered between July and August 2024. Ekpo gave the assurance during a tour of the project site last October. Also, according to the GEM report, more than $720 billion is going to be spent on building new gas pipelines with another $190 billion going into liquid natural gas facilities, ensuring fossil fuels to retain a critical role in the energy systems beyond 2030. For Value Chain TV, Chat Moses reporting.
President Bola Tinubu has emphasized that a revitalized steel development industry is both catalyst for robust economic growth and a doorway to huge opportunities for a revitalized pool of talented entrepreneurs. The president disclosed this during a briefing on investment prospects in the steel sector by the Minister of Steel Development, Shuaibu Audu, and the Minister of Defense, Muhammad Badaru, in a meeting at the State House in Abuja. Adaobi Egujiofo completes the report.
Audu and Badaru informed the president of their discussions with Lound Steel Holdings Group, a Chinese company, to build a new steel plant in Nigeria, as well as to commence the production of military hardware in Ajaokuta steel plant. The Chinese company is expected to invest billions of dollars in Nigeria in order to build the new steel plant. The steel minister briefed the president on the progress made towards restarting the light steel mill section of Ajaokuta Steel Complex for the production of iron rods, following his approval to restart the section, which will cost 35 billion naira at the first stage. The minister also stated that several financial institutions had already provided offer letters for this transaction and that the project is expected to create up to 5,000 direct and indirect jobs for Nigerians. For Value Chain TV, Adaobi Ogwejofor reporting.
The International Labour Organization has projected that 2 million workers may lose their jobs in 2024 as the global unemployment rate will be up by 5.2% compared to 2023's 5.1%. This was disclosed in the organization's latest report, where it stated that lack of job and the job gap had fallen below pre-pandemic levels, but global unemployment will increase in year 2024 with the growing inequalities and stagnant productivity as causes for concern. Some civil society organizations have urged the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) to urgently conclude the ongoing probe and prosecute the suspended Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Betta Edu. This was revealed in a statement jointly signed by the group spokesperson, Donatus Abo, and Jacob Elami in Abuja. Meanwhile, the governors elected on the platform of All Progressive Congress (APC) have urged Nigerians to await anti-graft investigation findings and not to judge the suspended Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Betta Edu. Value Chain TV sought the opinion of Nigerians on the issue.
I think it is very pitiful to have this kind of situation, that within a very short period of being in the office, this kind of things of this magnitude can happen in our own time. I think the government of today should find a way to discourage this kind of attitude. This kind of is a very something that is so sad to mention concerning this country. And this time that we're trying to encourage that the youth should take over things in the government, and we are seeing all this kind of thing happening, is so worrisome.
I don't want them to take it easy with her, because when they take it easy with her, other people will use that means to also steal from the treasury, that is from the government. So I want them to be fast so that they can catch other people. Even the former minister herself, they have to question her, because there are some things that are underground we don't know. So let them call them. Let the EFCC invite them. They should investigate thoroughly, because these things have been happening. And the government, this President Tinubu government, I like the way he's handling all this fraud case. So they should, all those people they loot our money, they should bring them to the book and investigate. That's my own point.
The governors are right. Civil society are also right in one side. You can't ask them to hasten the case or the investigation. Why? This is just something that happened in Tinubu's tribunal. It just came. The tribunal was supposed to last like 2 weeks. You just do parakpo. The thing just ended, and then you just do buga. The more you see, the less you understand. I think I agree with the governors. People may say because they are corrupt, that is no. Every Nigerian has a right. It's of a truth that we don't operate in, Nigerians, due to the situation and the way things are in this country, we don't observe this human right in this country. It's not even working. Except if you don't have anybody, that's when you work on your head. I understand, but so it doesn't work. But every human being, as long as you are alive, either you're a Nigerian or you're not a Nigerian, there's what they call human right. You have a right.
And that's it on Value Chain TV News Update. I am Kabir Lawal. Thanks for watching.